Hello, everybody. What's going on?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Dave. So, how you doing?
Baker, I'm doing okay. How you doing tonight, brother?
We're doing good here.
Good, good.
It's going to be a little bit different than my um, what I normally do. We're just gonna have what it says, a group chat. So please, in the chat when you're here, just if you have any questions, if you would like, subscribe uh, to my channel and also Dave's, which will be it's in the chat and also right there. So we'd really appreciate it. And that's about it. We'll say hello to who we got here. All right. There's me and you. There's Kay.
Okay. I'd be surprised if she wasn't in
Then we
here.
got I know, right? Cowboy Up. I hear that's your
How's it
sister.
going? That is my sister.
And Born Bearded. Oh, Tomahawk. We have. Come on. There we go. Tomahawk 22.
Tomahawk, good to see you.
Dirty Spray J. What's up, buddy?
Jay.
And we're caught up right this second.
Sounds good.
We got the community. And
Absolutely.
yep. So we're. So I'm going to start. It's something simple just to get to know you a little bit. It's just the three questions. They're not going to be comp related
Mm-hmm.
because you haven't gone to one yet, but you're planning. And
Yeah.
so it's just when did you start reviewing?
I want to say it was probably around July of last year.
Okay.
Started doing,
Yeah.
started the channel about July of last year.
Yeah. Nice. Do you remember who your first uh, was?
I want to say the first review that I did, I think the first product review that I did was with Luxurious Bastard.
Okay. That's good.
I
And
can't remember
the
exactly
last
what it
one I
was,
got,
but yeah.
basically, basically, so you're looking at to do a comp this year, and you have Worlds on the radar right now.
Yes, Worlds is definitely on the radar. We are 99.9995% going. We just got a couple of things to work out with, the rooms and things like that. But it looks
Yeah,
like we are definitely going to Worlds.
nice. Yes, Kay, me and Dave were discussing this. So yeah, if they're on Dave's channel, um,
You know what? I'm going to
the
go ahead
chat
and
is not going to see.
let me go ahead and cut my channel off. That way we can kind of get this on one channel and go from there.
Whatever you want, buddy. I'm there's not many people here, so I'm kind of highlighting them. But yeah, okay, you'll see them when I highlight. But we discussed it, and it's just a trial and error. Just that's the only thing I heard of Stan Tom when he did it. Basically,
Right,
that people can't see other people. But
right.
yeah, if it gets too busy, we'll cut it off.
All right, sounds good. Yeah,
Um,
just let me know and I'll go ahead and cut it off whenever.
yeah, we got
But yeah,
five in here right now.
Worlds is definitely something I'm really looking forward to. Kay's looking forward to it. Yeah, we weren't sure if we were going to be able to um, come up with the time to be able to do so, but
Yeah,
yeah, we worked it out and we're really looking forward to it.
yeah. As we discussed in the back there, it's on my bucket list to do. It's a big. And I know a lot of people that are going. You're gonna, have reviewers there. You're gonna have club members there. You're gonna have um, people we know in this community, and then you get those random. Hey, why are all these bearded guys walking into this convention area?
Right, right. Yeah, I'm really
Because
looking forward to seeing
it,
some people from the community, and I think that's going to be one of the highlights of this trip is seeing some of the people
yeah,
in this community. There's so many
yeah,
of them that have supported me, and and they love to support other people in this community, and I can't wait to meet some of them.
yeah, yeah. I didn't. It's you know, like there's a couple areas there that they're gonna have meet and greets. As
Hmm.
I told you last time that they were talking about doing it, they were trying to keep everything all in that walking distance area, and there it it should be hopefully nice weather.
I'm hoping.
That's that's the only thing that it is probably worrying them guys. I mean, it's held indoors, but you kind of want to walk around too.
Right. So as it gets closer, I'm
But
probably going to hit you up to see what summer weather is in Pennsylvania because I have no idea. I know what it is here, but Pennsylvania, I have no
yeah,
clue.
well, it's nothing like you have right now. Probably, it'll probably be feel like fall to you, our summer.
Even better.
But
No triple
well,
digits. That
and
works for me.
no, I don't. I mean, it's a rarity that ever happens. We get more humidity than anything, really.
Oh wow. Okay. Sounds
But
good.
yeah, and it's interesting when you go to Pittsburgh. Like I looked on the map where it kind of is, and I was kind of in that general area for the polar plunge. But it they have interesting back roads. They still have like uh, brick roads, and they
Mhm.
have like train tracks kind of going down them on the side streets and stuff. So like when you're driving on it, it's kind of crazy. Today, Tomahawk, the weather was I think in the high 70s. It felt like a nice day.
Yeah. Yeah. It does sound good already, doesn't it? I mean, summer
But
hasn't even hit here, and it's already getting into the 90s. That's yeah. That's kind of what we're in. So
yeah, yeah, it's it not bad at all today. It was nice breeze and stuff like that, so not bad at all. But we've been getting a lot of rain, you know, but that's about it.
I think Kay's definitely looking into it now.
Well, like I said, we get the good and the bad. Our winters are cold. Um,
Right.
we haven't gotten a lot of snow, uh, not like New York had. This New York
Mhm.
State had, uh, but we had a cold. It felt like summer was never going to come.
Right.
But
It's
that was about it.
yeah. We kind of live up in the sticks in California, up towards Yosemite, so it's a little bit cooler here. But it still gets up into the triple digits. I mean, we get some snow where we're at. If we were a little further up, we would get more. But
Okay.
at this point, I think I'd rather take the snow versus the 112, 113s that it does tend to get to in the summer here. So
Yeah. My favorite time of the year is fall here. It's usually just good enough to have a sweatshirt on and the leaves all change and all that stuff, and it really gets pretty.
yeah, I agree with that. So yeah,
Yeah.
Baker. So were you going to try to make it out to Worlds, or are you going to the uh, Buckeye battle, or
It's yeah. As I tell you all the time about I can't commit because I don't know. I have a all hands meeting when I go back Wednesday, and that's basically the bosses telling us what's going on for the next couple months.
Right.
So I may be able to figure out something then, but I don't know 100%. So it definitely would be. It definitely would be, especially knowing that you guys may be there too.
That'd be awesome to see. But again, if you can't, then it's definitely understandable.
Yeah.
Tomahawk. We are in Central California. We are up towards Yosemite, not far from Yosemite. So
Nice.
yeah, there is definitely a light difference.
Definitely. Yeah. Mine's the LED. You're the more classic white there.
Yeah. Baker at World. Yep. There you go.
Yeah, it's something that I think everybody should do. Definitely with the people. I'm sure it's long days, and um, I mean, you don't have to stay there unless your category is. You could probably go do something else. But they break down the categories a lot more than a regular comp would do. Um, they have all the fancy names for the things, like the Garibaldi and,
Right.
because it goes overseas. So, they got to follow the same thing, you know.
Right. Hey Preston, how you doing?
But it should be nice. It's everybody's nice, just like you've been meeting in the chats and stuff like that. It's the same people. How you doing, bearded Boston guy, Preston? But it's it'll be a long day. I That's what I would prepare for it if you want to see most of the stuff.
Right. Well, in my current profession, we have an event that goes on in Vegas, and it's a 4 or 5 day event where
Hmm.
I'm required to go from vendor to vendor to vendor to vendor, and I'm pretty much used to that by now. So I think I'm mentally prepped for it, but
Yeah.
I just got to contain my excitement a little bit while I'm there. So, ooh,
Yeah.
look at that! Ooh, look at that! Ooh, what's that?
Squirrel,
But
squirrel.
right,
But yeah, it's if you can do that, then yeah, that'll be nothing. You're gonna be just in kind of the general area, and you don't have to stop at everything.
right,
It's what you want to do. What you want to do.
right.
But
There's so much to do. Even though there's so much to do that it's kind of like, okay, well, this is what we have planned, but that's probably going to change. So,
yeah, once you get there, it'll definitely, you can, look at Amber's paper with all the world's stuff
right,
on there, and we'd be like, oh, okay, I want to see this, oh, I want to see that, or whatnot. Try to, go to one of the after parties and stuff. Um, yeah, Jay. Hopefully, you'll see this man and Kay.
I hope so.
I
I'm really
know
looking forward to it. Jay's been a
mixed
long time
breed.
follower of the channel, and he's a great guy, and I would really love to meet him. And Tomahawk,
Yeah.
I did see your message there in the chat, and yeah, I agree. We definitely need to get some kind of a beard meetup here in California too. If you hear of anything, leave it down in my comments on the channel, or shoot me an email. All my information's on my channel, and I think that sounds like a great plan. Even if some people have to put their heads together to get an event going.
Yeah, I used to know a couple of guys out there. They fell off. They used to do a Facebook Live, not a YouTube Live, a Facebook Live. and I'm trying to think of their names. Um, but they kind of took a break. They were doing it for so long, so they didn't say they'll never come back, but they were looking to have family time and stuff, you know.
Right, right. Well,
But
a guy that has the kind of connections that you have are really good too. I mean, you've been in this competition kind of community, and the uh, you know a lot about it. So you're a great
yeah,
number to have on the speed dial to
oh yeah,
say, hey, who do we talk to about
definitely,
this? And
yeah,
yeah, Kay,
definitely.
I agree. Being able
I
to do something where I can enjoy it would be nice. So
and I hear True North is looking to get a booth up there. I don't know
yeah,
who's
I
going to
think
man it.
they confirmed that they were going to get a booth. I don't know that they made a decision yet on who's going to man it, but yeah, I suppose we'll all find out at the same time for that.
Well, I'm just thinking of another person to meet. It's got to be somebody they trust, you know. So
Right, right,
you know, um, so it it's got to be somebody that's in our kind of community kind of thing, unless it's a
right.
family member, you know.
So Cowboy Up was funny when they thought he was my older brother, 17 of a Grovewood. Yeah, if for anybody who's just now coming into the chat, Cowboy Up is my sister, and yeah, that's absolutely true. They thought I was older, and kind of turned out in some ways. So that's that's a plus. But we're not going to get into those stories, and yeah,
uh, but yeah, the Buckeye Beer Battle, the way that, like I said, it's a plus and a minus that they were gonna do. I understand what the Hemp Wizards doing with the bands, you know, more people, you know, more to the charity. But that's gonna be a long day too, you know, like if you
right,
want to go see the bands and stuff, you know.
right.
And Worlds is July 4th weekend
I
in
believe it's
Pittsburgh.
the 3rd through the 5th in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. And that'd be cool too, seeing. I'm sure they're gonna have some big fireworks there.
Right. Um, and if you're asking about Buckeye, I believe that's September 6th
September.
in September 6th. That's right. September
Yeah.
6th in Ohio.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, that's gonna be a busy one too, and the things that goes on. I seen a little bit of a live stream I think last year from probably Dino or something. It looked like it was a good time, but like I said, having the worlds this close, and you know, like we discussed with you, you know, looking, I think that's a better choice for you.
Right, right.
Hey, True North, we were just
Chris,
talking about you.
Chris, how's it going? Appreciate you. Thank you for sharing this out. And I got to tell you, this True North. There's endless amounts of things that I can say positive about this company. But as far as
Hmm.
the people that run the company, with Chris and Tara, uh, this channel wouldn't be growing the way it is without their help, and I am very grateful for
Crazy.
them.
It is. They. It still mind boggles me that you know, he takes the time to share things out, and you know,
Absolutely,
so appreciative with his lives and everything. It is. I mean, he's a busy man.
he is,
And I see
and
Brewer
being
came
that they're
in.
still finding time. And Brewer,
Yeah.
he's another one. Bishop. I mean, all these guys are taking the time out of their day to help support each other, and that's one of the things that I love about this community. It's not anybody trying to backbite anybody or nobody trying to push
Oh yeah.
somebody because they think that it's going to cut into their time. Everybody's here to help everybody, and I absolutely love that.
Yeah. Bishop, what's up, buddy? We were talking about you too.
Right.
Is Kay's back again?
Finest is in here.
Yeah, I believe he's going to Worlds.
Yeah, he is.
I believe. They're driving up. Yeah.
And then we got Ravens Beer Co. here as well. GoCon, it's really good to see you.
Yeah. Now we're picking up.
There we go.
It's awesome. I just seen True North share out.
That's awesome. What's up, the other channel? I think that's what we were trying to do, but I think that's it may be causing more of an issue than what it's worth. So I think I'm going to go ahead and cut that one off. If you're on my channel, guys, go ahead and jump over to Baker's channel, because I think it's causing more of an issue. I don't think StreamYard's quite got that figured out yet.
With everybody kind of coming in here now. But there's a lot of people on yours, so please, yes, come to the dark side.
Follow Brewer. I'm sorry, follow Baker, and go ahead and jump into his live, and we'll get this straightened out.
Hey, Pud, how are you?
Guys.
Cool, Mixed Breeze. Yeah, he just got the hotel, so yeah.
Okay, if you're on here, can you go ahead and share the link? Let me see if I can pull up yours, Baker. That way I can go ahead and share the link before I jump out. There it is. Let me see here. Share. And that way, if they're on mine, then they know where to go. All right, guys, go ahead and follow the link there. I'm going to go ahead and cut this one off on my channel. Meet us up over on Baker's, and I will see you there. And there we go. All right, we should be back to one live here.
Yeah, like I said, it was good. We Pudge came
learned
over,
a little something.
Yeah, and it wasn't bad.
All right.
Now we got a 10 in here, so
there we go.
I'm just seeing where I left off here.
Very nice.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, Jack Stud came over. Chris, K, Chris, Mixed Breed. Oh, Jack Stud. What's up?
What's going on, Jack Stud?
Yeah, he switched over.
All right.
Tomahawk switched over.
There you are, Tomahawk. I appreciate you guys jumping over.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, Table at Worlds. That's what we were just talking about, Chris. We were wondering who's going to man it and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm really excited that they were able to get a table out there at Worlds. I think that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, part of what I was discussing when I first came, like there was companies that, did comps, and then there's companies that didn't do the comps that people don't know about too much, and then on the opposite side, a lot of people that are on YouTube, they know certain companies but don't know the other companies that go to the comps, so right. it's kind of nice.
Right. And
He's
you
doing
know, it's like I
mixed
said before.
breed.
I mean, you really couldn't find better owners that support the bearded community.
Yeah,
Really great people.
yeah. It's like I said, it's so nice that they just share. If you miss something, they're sharing it and stuff like that. So
Right.
it's really nice. Bishop's 3 away from 100, and I know he said he was going to be doing a
There you
giveaway.
go. Right on.
Thanks, Mixed Breed. Yes, please, if you would like, subscribe, hit the bell, all the good stuff.
That'd be awesome. Um,
Your
I was
sister
gonna say
came
I
over.
lost it. Yep, I think she. Well, yeah, yeah. She probably found it easier just to. I think she gets alerts on mine, but yeah, so should be here. Hey, Brewer,
Yeah.
I'm with you on that one, and if you need help, let me know. I'll be there on the 2nd.
Thank you, Tomahawk. I appreciate that. True North, True North. Ring the
I
world.
think
Yeah, he's going to take an extra 3 hours out of his trip because he's going to be up in New York State.
let's see. A finest, I believe. I'm not sure yet. The hotel is something that we're still working out. Um, I don't believe we're going to be too far away from the event.
Did they say which the hotels that did they get a group rate or anything, or they're just saying the hotels that are around the area?
There's several of them that have a really good rate in comparison to their normal rates. I was looking at that yesterday. Uh, let me see here and pull it up.
Excuse me. Yeah, they look like
Yeah,
there's at least 3 or 4 of them around that area.
right. There looks like there's several. I don't remember where I saw it though. It is in here though.
Yeah.
But there's several of the hotels that are around the area within walking distance that are have done discounted rates for this.
Hmm.
Especially discounted for their normal rate. So yeah, it's exciting. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and it's a little getaway that you're going basically across the United States to
Right,
to get
right.
here. And it's a nice town. I didn't. We were there. I don't know. I'd say probably about 6 to 7 hours. We were there. We went to the Polar Plunge, did that, and then we had lunch. It was just right down from it. It I forget even the name of it. Sorry. But they it was good food. Um, and like like I said, we were walking around there,
Oh, sounds good. I mean,
and that was
I'm
January.
right. So Pennsylvania is one of those states that I've never really been to. I've wanted to, and I think it's just going to be an awesome experience, and it's
Yeah.
something we're really looking forward to. I keep talking about it because I'm so excited about it, but I'm really excited about it. So,
Well, no, that's good
and
because
this
you
is
should be.
a
I mean, and like, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, and it'll be my first competition that I'm actually going to enter into. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just really excited to learn the whole competition side of things on this too, and it's exciting.
So, did you look at the categories? Which one are you gonna enter?
I did, and I believe it is called. Let me pull it up here so I don't make a fool out of myself here. I believe it's going to be the full beard natural for the 10 and for the 40. No, my bad. Full beard natural would be between 8 and 12 inches.
Okay. And
I'm at
where are you
nine
at
and a
now?
half now. So I'm at 9.5 now. So I should be able to get a solid 10 and a half by then. I'm just over 9.5 inches.
Yeah. So that's gonna be a full category. That's gonna be
Right.
there's gonna be a lot of people in that
Right.
which is it's good. It's
Yeah.
and you have the color that everybody kind of looks at. I noticed that when I go to the comps, uh, the gray beards seem to do very well. I had it's something the judges like.
Right.
um, so here's a
There's so many
question for
great
you.
beards out there. Even if I don't place the
Yeah,
experience alone is worth it, and then I'm going to really enjoy it regardless. So
yeah, that's all. It's nice to take something back and whatnot, but get the experience, see what it's like. You're any other comp that you go to will be kind of the same formats, but it won't be as big.
mhm,
So
right.
you're kind of taking that. Mixed Breed wants to know when you're planning on going down.
We, if I'm not mistaken, we will be flying in. If I'm not mistaken, we'll be flying in at 5 a.m. on the 2nd.
Nice.
So we're going to be taking the red eye over.
Yeah. Hey, we got Twitch in here. Nice.
Hey Twitch, good to see you, brother.
Yeah. So it starts the 3rd, right?
The event starts the 3rd. I believe that category is on the 5th. So
Okay.
gives
It
me
gives you
time
a couple.
to
Yeah.
gives me a couple days to find some trouble to get into and have some fun. That'd be cool.
Well, the one thing you got to remember in Pennsylvania, and I don't know if you partake in alcohol, they're basically
A
ran
little
by the
bit.
state. Yeah, I know.
Oh, is it really?
They're ran by the state. Yeah, so they're all called fine wine and spirits. So
Interesting.
if if you're thinking about getting a nice bourbon or whatever you're into, um, they're limited selection because it's ran by the state, and you got to watch their holiday hours because it is government work,
Wow. Okay.
and that goes to anybody
Yes.
that's going. I I know there's with beer drinkers, there's we call them 12-pack stores, but you usually have to go to a distributor for it.
Oh, hmm.
And like I said, the liquor stores are government ran, and it won't be as big as a selection that you may have back home.
Right.
But
Well, I
it's
don't
little
drink
tidbit.
often,
No,
and I don't drink all that much. But I'll have a drink with some friends and be
yeah,
social. But that's pretty much where it's at. I kind of got the thanks to my sis Cowboy Up. We kind of got the over drinking and the binge drinking done in the early ages. So I mean, growing up, me and my sister, we were, more or less best friends, and that's kind of the way it was with me, my sister, and my brother. We're all five
yeah,
years apart, so we're still within enough range to help get each other in trouble, and I think we got a lot of that taken care of when we were much younger. So that's a plus.
yeah, yeah. It's and it's doesn't do nothing to the bars. The bars are gonna have whatever they have, they go kind of everywhere anyways, and that's where you'd probably be. But some people like to, when they are sitting before they go to bed or something, maybe if they wanted to pick up something. So it's a little good information there.
Good to know.
And finest mixed breed,
Mixed breed,
7
inches.
inches.
That's awesome, dude.
Nice.
I mean, I saw the last picture when you came up from, I believe you got your hair trimmed and you got yourself cleaned up a bit, and it looks good. You got a solid beard going, man.
I don't know what the weirdest thing that she ever heard.
I think it's the state-run alcohol. I think it is. Yeah, that's what she's referring to. Well, pros and cons.
Well, it's funny. I follow another show about bourbon and stuff like that, and like they'll go out and they'll get like Eagle Rare, I always want to say Blanton's, and stuff like that, and that's hard for us around here. That's hard for us to get around here. Every once in a while, there's a couple of stores that do supply restaurants that they may get a couple bottles to put on the shelf, and they're gone like instantly. The Buffalo Trace is really hard to get around here. It's kind of weird. You would think a state store would basically have their pick of the litter, but they don't. So people they head up towards New York State, and they'll pick up stuff there.
I mean, I've heard of those sorts of things. I've heard of regulation being able to purchase on certain days or not being able to purchase on certain days. I just wasn't aware that was Pennsylvania. So that's good information to know.
Yeah, for anybody, like I said. But like the bars are still the same thing. They, I don't know what time they close up there because Pittsburgh's a bigger state than where I live at. Not state, city. Where I live at, our bars close at 2 a.m. Like I heard in New York, they're open until like 5 a.m.
Oh, wow.
So it's kind of nice,
Yeah. Here it's through California is 2 a.m. So
yeah, like that's basically I believe it's a Pennsylvania thing that they have to stop selling. If you get last call and you get a couple of drinks, you can go past 2, but
right.
They got to stop selling at 2. But it could be different in Pittsburgh.
Same here.
Yeah. Well, you better bring a bigger carry-on, Kay. I'll send you a list.
I'm good. We just got done talking about those carry-ons and those. So.
Yeah, and they hear the clinging, they may take your bag. But yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, because I know Mixed Breed, you're in Allentown, right? So he kind of knows the laws too of the the wine and spirits.
Okay.
Yes, he sees a little bit more of a top brands at his. So Pittsburgh could be one of those too. It's just like I said, I live in a small area, so
right. It's good to know people from the area that know the do's and don'ts and how to do some of the don'ts without getting into too much trouble.
Yeah,
good to know.
And I believe, I don't know if you like locally brewed beer. I believe there's a couple places on that route there too that do IPAs and stuff.
Right. So yeah, I do some. We have a brewery. I have a hard time saying that, but we have one up here that does their spirits and stuff, and that does their that they make their own IPAs and stuff. And it's pretty good. One of my
Yeah,
buddies from work, that's typically what we go for when we go out.
yeah, we have a lot around this area. A buddy of mine used to do it, and um, I used to go down and help him a lot. But there's a bunch of them in this area that are making some decent beer. A big one is Wallenpaupack Brewery. They've been on some of the local shelves down here in our 12-pack stores, as I call them. They're usually a convenience store added onto it, and they got their stuff in the door there.
Nice. Yeah, she's not a fan of the
IPAs.
IPAs.
And that's the thing too. It's certain tastes. I don't know if because I'm older or whatnot that I kind of started to like them a little bit more. But yeah, they could be harsh.
Right.
My buddy made it was called Chuhapa, and it has so many hops in it. He had all different kinds and stuff like that. I could never really enjoy that one.
Right. Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, again, it sounds like it's going to be a great time.
yeah.
But yeah, I was also, I mean, before even making the decision on this, we were looking into the Buckeye Beard Battle, and I mean, that sounded like it was going to be a good time as well. So that's not completely out of the question of being able to do that as well, but kind of have to see how everything plays out. So
Yeah, like I said, we're talking before the show, I what you're planning on, I believe that this is a better choice for you. Just the face recognition, get out there and see what it's all about. I mean, you could basically do some content because there's people that they'll go all out for this.
right,
The freestyle. The freestyle is going to be a crazy. They always bring top contenders there, and I believe it. I think this is a better choice for you. I really do. I think that you're going to enjoy it. Not that you wouldn't enjoy the Buckeye Beer Battle, but I think you're going to really enjoy this.
I just had to wrap my head around it, and did some thinking on it, and it just it's pretty much a definite at this point. So
yeah.
Hey Jacob, good to see you.
Yay, there he is, Jacob. What's up, buddy? What do we got? I have Bane Blends Mahogany and Oak in oil right now.
Nice. I currently have a Stalker and TNBC.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, it's a me day, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the ones that I want to use.
Yeah.
So,
no, that's good. That's good. I enjoyed that scent. I really did. I enjoyed it.
And even the DSCG, that one's actually pretty good. I was surprised that how much I actually liked that one. And it, Kay will be the first one to tell you it smells like a peanut butter cookie, and that's kind of what I pick up on it too. And, I think we just ordered another bottle before they run out of it. So yeah.
Yeah. He's got Jersey Shore oil on. I haven't tried that one yet.
Interesting. Got done with the food coma. Yeah. I've been there.
This
I'm a
I,
husky guy, so I've definitely been there.
and Kay, that's the butter I put in last night. I really enjoy that butter. I think every time I wear it, I get something different.
Hmm. Nice.
And liquid butter, yeah, nice, Bishop. I
have
got the
not
gist of
tried
what you were
JD
saying there,
yet
Bishop.
from Jacob. I'm
What,
definitely gonna have to
Stacy?
try that JD McGee. I haven't been able to try that one yet.
Yeah, I haven't tried that one from Small Town. Um, I enjoy small towns. They're very nice. Everything goes in well for me.
Right, right. I mean, everything just really settles well with them. Everything that I've tried, I've really liked. There's really nothing that like, I won't go back for that. Everything that I've tried, I really like from them. And speaking
Yeah,
of great owners, I mean, they're awesome people as well. So
and I guess that JD's not available yet. We got a
hmm,
tester,
yeah,
Jacob. Lucky man, lucky man.
right.
But so when you go to Worlds, what is the how can I say? What are you looking forward to the most? Just the whole thing, or meeting people?
I'm looking forward to. I think one of the biggest things I'm really looking forward to is just seeing how vast the community is. Not just the community that's on YouTube or the community that's on Instagram, but the beard community as a whole, and to have that many people in one place, I'm really looking forward to seeing that. Um, I'm looking forward to seeing all the vendors that are going to be there. I'm looking forward to watching the competitions, and I mean, and meeting some of the people that there's certain people that you just click with really well in this community, and I've had this discussion with Kay several times. We get in and we start chatting with people in the Instagram and on YouTube, and you just have this feeling like you've known this person forever, and you've never met.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
we're really looking forward to putting the human in front of the text box, so we can actually meet some people. And I think that's one of the biggest things that we're looking forward to is just meeting some people from this community, reaching out, branching out to others. And
Yeah,
hey, Amber, good to see you. Appreciate you
hey
coming
Amber.
in. And
But yeah,
just
that's what I'd be too. That's the Buckeye or Worlds wherever I'm going to go to is kind of getting the human aspect other than the chat
right,
aspect.
right. And and I wouldn't trade it for the world. I mean, this community is amazing. From just having somebody to talk to if you're going through a hard time, you just need somebody to vent to, or you need somebody to listen to you. And there's so much good coming out of this community that
Yeah,
it's really amazing. And I wouldn't trade uh, where I was just a few months ago for anything.
yeah,
We recently just jumped onto Instagram a few months ago, and
yeah,
I think that was one of the best decisions that Kay had, because I had no intention on it. I didn't know anything about
yeah.
Instagram, but I was surprised to see how many in the bearded community are actually on there.
Nice. Yeah. Now, did you have your YouTube channel before the Instagram?
I did. I started the YouTube. I want to say, like I said, I want to say that was back in July or August of last year, and
Okay.
yeah, we just recently started the Instagram.
Okay.
I I've had a
Yeah.
TikTok for about the same amount of time, but
Yeah.
TikTok, that's a whole new monster right there. So
It is. I've been um, looking at it, and I've seen a couple of friends from Instagram. They're on there and stuff like that, but I don't know the kind of the gist of that yet.
all right. Yeah, I mean, I've been on TikTok for a while as well. I have some people on there that are really good people. I did an interview. I had somebody did an interview on me with me um, on TikTok, and it was for the palliative care in his area. And it was a really fun time, and that's what kind of got me into saying, hey, just getting into these communities is it's a great thing just to have that camaraderie.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's nice, and that's kind of why, like, I started the channel too. Is just another place, that we can all just hook up and talk, and have an agenda sometimes, and sometimes like these. I'm not gonna steal Bearded Respects community night, but a group chat night. People can see I can hit the button and highlight their comments, not like the last time.
Well,
And
Baker,
get a
I think you had your fair share of technical difficulties. I think you're good for the next couple of years on those. But I mean, to be honest, from the day that you started to now, there's already been improvement, and I mean, you're doing great, man. I really can't wait to see how far this goes for you.
yeah.
Yeah, you're a good person. You're easy to talk to, and I think you're going to
I
go far.
appreciate it.
I'm really looking forward to seeing that.
Well, I'll tell you my next technical issue. So, as we talked before about getting a landline into my laptop,
Mm.
my laptop don't have that port.
Ooh, well, that's going to be difficult.
Yeah, yeah. And
Let me.
I
I'll send you some links later. There's ways around that, but
okay.
I'll send you some links later, and we'll go through that.
But it was funny. I got the cord, and I was running the cord, and I looked at the back of my computer. There's nothing. I looked at the
Oh
side of my
no!
computer. There's USBs. I'm like, alrighty now, okay. Uh,
Yeah, that's enough to kind of hit you in the feelers when you're planning on, hey man, we got this. It's gonna be great. Where the hell am
yeah.
I gonna plug this in? Yeah.
Exactly. And it was funny too because if I was gonna like I don't have my other screen hooked up because I know that we were just gonna do this, so like there's really nothing to really show. So um, I took the other screen away for right now, and I have my tablet sitting right next to me that has data on it that from my cell phone carrier. So if this started going weird, I was going to jump on the tablet.
It's like I told you, I'm gonna be here even if I have to sit at McDonald's with my phone. I'll be here. So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. Just
yeah. Amber, I can't believe that. I don't know. I thought all of them come with it, but I guess the one I got, it's just meant to be for Wi-Fi.
all right. Well, like I said,
But
there's ways around that, and I'll send you a couple links of some stuff to look into. I've actually had that with an older laptop as well. So
yeah, I I don't know. Like I said, I thought it was everything had that, but and I didn't even look at it until I had the wire ran. So and that's even the funniest part about it. Yeah, Jacob.
yeah, yeah,
I think
yeah. I
Kevin
mean,
probably didn't know else to run it.
Amber, that was definitely the plan when we moved into where we did, is to get the Ethernet lines running through the attic, and to where we were going to have everything plugged in. And like I said, it was a thought. It was a fleeting thought, but it was a thought. When I realized that I was not going to make it into the hole for the attic, that kind of went the way of the dodo. So
Yeah, you got to watch that
uh,
too. Yeah, definitely.
absolutely,
It
cowboy up.
is.
I agree.
Yep. 100%. Everybody agrees on that one. But yeah, this was just to kind of get me going. This laptop here, because I would talk to Amber, and because I was only on my tablet or my phone, and I couldn't share things a right way and this and that and stuff like that. So um, I wanted to go the laptop route, because I know I don't have a dedicated office space, so I just basically wanted something portable, because I don't know where I'm kind of going to be doing these.
Kev got stuck under the neighbor's house one time. I'm sure that beard, he was able to shovel his way out of there.
It's
And
probably
Kev's
the beard
beard,
made
man,
him
that
stuck.
he's I gotta say, man, Kev's beard, the girth that he has on that beard is that's something, man. You don't
Yeah.
see that every day, and he's got a
No.
great beard.
Yeah, it I kid around with him a lot about, but I think it grows as he takes a shower. Once he takes a shower, I think the miracle grow kicks in, and it grows like 2 inches.
Yeah, yeah.
Because every time I see him, it looks like it's going out more.
And no beard at the time. Yeah, that would have been a trick if you didn't have a beard at the time, Amber. But yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, there's so many people in here that have great beards, and they give each other motivation, and just to really motivate somebody to go forward with it, and just to have the best beard that they could have. And
yeah.
it's amazing. It's
Well then,
I remember the first time starting to grow my beard, I didn't have this information.
yeah,
Wasn't looking for the information. I just figured, just let it go and let it grow. And then I realized that was a mistake after a while. So
yeah,
yeah,
yep. I went the same thing. I didn't know. I started it for No Shave November, and I always had some kind of facial hair before, but I started there, and like I thought it happens. I thought like it grows this way. I would run a brush through it, and it's what it was. I didn't really put anything in it and stuff. And then when I started doing the good products and putting stuff in there, um, the front would be really nice, and I still had like the patches on the side. And I didn't give it enough time, and I just said, "Oh, I'll just go goatee. No big deal." I wish I gave it time to use the product more.
right, right. Well, we live and we learn, especially when it comes to grooming and the insight that's come out over the last few years. There's so much more information out there now than what there was years ago. And you
Yeah,
got great people
yeah,
like Dan C and Scuba, and all the other uh, reviewers and people that give the tips and tricks. And then you have great companies that are willing to tell you, hey, this is the product that's good for you, and this is how you use it, and just
yeah.
really grows that knowledge. Hey, Melissa,
Hey,
really good to
Melissa.
see you. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, it's. I wish I could have found it just a little bit sooner and stuff like that. That I wouldn't have shaved it, and I would have just kind of did what I did. Sides are coming in okay. Uh, right just past the goatee. it's growing thick. Up here has a little bit of patchiness that I can feel, but it's growing not as quickly as everything else. But that's how it happens. I'm really digging the color. It's a lot grayer, just past the little bit of darker area here.
Nice.
So maybe my Santa dream come true, huh?
Yeah, maybe.
If it all comes
See
in
it.
that way. But yeah, and what's helping is I just started those the Copper John Biotin gummies, and I've been using the serum for almost 4 weeks now. So
Right.
I think that's working a little bit nicer too. But we'll see. And I'm being patient. I got away from kind of the ickiness and looking at it too hard.
Right. I think one of the biggest things that surprised me about the beard products, and this was, it's old news now, but is how many
Yeah,
women use these products and how well their complexions have gotten better. The, the just the whole structure of their skin has gotten better by using
yeah.
these beard oil products, and in
Hmm.
both their skin and in their hair, and it it's it's amazing how well these oils do for not just men but women as well.
Yeah, it is just seeing what they do, and like when I was a kid, teenager and stuff, I break out a lot and stuff, and you're trying
Mhm.
to absorb the oil, and now
Yeah.
in my 50s I'm putting oil in. It's like you
Right.
know,
Right.
it sounds like it shouldn't be right, but it is.
Well, I think even then, I mean, yeah, I'm late 40s now, and even back then, seventh, eighth grade, eighth, ninth grade, it was that was a rough time for my complexion. It really was, and
Yeah.
as far as breakouts and things like that. And I think if we had the education of these oils back then, we may have been
Hmm.
able to get something stabilized, because everything that was out was designed to rip everything out of your skin completely.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
you didn't want to put anything else on there, but and times
Yes.
change, and it's great that we have these products now.
Yeah. Yeah. It does. It like I said, I was thinking about that the one day. Like butter, and stuff. It sounds like you shouldn't put any of that, but it's amazing what it does.
Right. Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate
Most.
that.
Yes, it is. It is life changing. Leather. And we were talking too before, Melissa. I seen that you got to meet Dino. You, the husband, and the kids went to the ice cream shop. Saw a picture.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was cool. But I still can't believe Dino has an ice cream shop and he didn't have his beard for a while because he didn't want to put a hairnet and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you want a cool trick, or it's just a cool thing to try to imagine. Yeah, try to imagine all these people that we know without beards, and I wonder how close our imagination can get. Because
Yeah.
there's some that have, I've seen some before and afters after somebody, doing the unthinkable and shaving their beard off, and their face does not look like I thought it would. And it's a cool little thing. Yeah, it's kind of, I wonder what their face looks like under there. I don't even remember
Well,
what my face looks like under here, but I got pictures. So
it's funny. There's a guy at work. He doesn't believe in products. I've been trying to sway him, but he has a beard like yours, same colors, and he he's probably, I'm going to say, about 12 inches long, and he came to work the one day and he shaved it off, and I didn't know it was the same person.
right,
I was
right.
like, and then he started talking to me, and I'm like, "What'd you do?" And he says, yeah, I wanted to see my face, but don't like it." And I guess his wife didn't like it either. But he
Right.
has those genes that basically are like Kevin's. That it seems like, within a couple of months he already had a decent looking beard.
Right.
You know, and
Yeah, I haven't. Yeah, those jeans are awesome. Yeah, mine grows in fairly quick, but it doesn't get long for a while. But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, mine takes a while. I've had this probably, I don't know, 15 years or something like that. I do trim. I don't like when it goes under the armpit and all that stuff. A couple inches here and there, and basically, I keep it at the same kind of length. I don't even know what the length is. I just know it don't go in my armpits, and it took a while to kind of get to where it is right now.
right. I mean, I shaved before I met Kay. I just no facial hair. I shaved it clean. I'd have a goatee from time to time, but that was about it. Nothing long, just trim short. She convinced me to grow it out, and I did. Had about a couple of years in, but it wasn't going anywhere. The barber that I had was lopping most of it off at the time, and I thought that was the way it was supposed to be. So I just kind of cut it off again and
Yeah,
went for about another year, and then I started growing out again. And it's having the education about it alone makes things so much easier. Gives you ideas of
mhm,
what to expect, and it's amazing to have this community.
yeah.
Uh,
It it it's it is a wonder, like you were saying about people's faces and stuff, and how many people's faces you're never really gonna ever see again. Since they started growing a beard and stuff like that. But yeah, that's good, Kay. I like that. I wish I carry samples with me all the time, and there's a couple of bearded guys, they don't believe in it, and I just tell them the advantages, and and they just they don't care. They grow it, and at times they'll chop it down a little bit, and they just don't do nothing. They don't want to hear about it either.
I think there's some that just have that natural ability to where they have the nutrients just directly from their skin, and they don't need anything, so to speak.
Yeah, yeah,
I think that beard oil, if nothing else, would help anybody and everybody.
yeah,
But I've run into people like that too, and it's just kind of, hey, I'm not trying to sell you on anything. I'm just,
yeah,
wind up
exactly.
if you wind up itchy, if you wind up itchy or you're getting flakes and things like that,
Yeah,
here's some product that I know of some products that will help with that.
yeah,
Because most of us will run into itchy phases and awkward
hmm,
phases and dry phases, and I think that's a majority of people, and
yeah.
whether it's realized or not. So
Yeah, definitely with the around here with the changing. Like I just went through a little bit of an itchy stage on the sides, and I took care of it and stuff with the oil. But once it starts getting warmer and you're sweating a little bit more, humidity goes up a little bit. I could tell a change.
Right.
And it does hurt. It does hurt, Amber. You're right.
See, to me, getting my beard in my armpits, that's just a beard goal for me. I'm not quite there yet. So.
Yeah, I won't be there ever again. It's awkward,
Got hair ties. Good. Just kind of, bunch it up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's basically what I had to do. Yeah. Because, like I said, I didn't know much. I'd see different products and stuff in stores, and you'd see different products at comps and stuff, but I didn't know about it really. I washed my beard with the soap, whatever was there.
Mm-hmm.
So, just the way I lived for a while, I just didn't know, and then now I do.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But it looks like a good crowd still, so we're not boring them too much.
Hey guys, I appreciate everybody that's come in, by the way. If I didn't see you and say hi, I appreciate everybody being in here.
Yes.
It's we're just doing a casual conversation. If you guys have any questions, feel free to throw them in the chats and we'll get to you.
Yeah, and please, if you would, he was on it before, but please go follow Dave Born Bearded. If you like reviews, he does them very well, very, very well.
Appreciate that.
I gotta get my comments back here. There we go. Come on. There we go.
Yeah, what we got here?
Yeah, I don't know. They think it's like voodoo or something. I don't know.
There's a lot of people that just say, "Oh, that takes too much time," or I'm. I think I did a video on that. Is it self-care or is it? I can't even remember what I said now. Is it self-care or is it high maintenance? And a lot that's a term that I hear a lot. High maintenance. Sometimes self-care can be seen as high maintenance, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Taking care of yourself. So.
No, especially like if you're just going to do oil, I mean, geez, what's that take? I mean,
right.
A couple of drops here and there or droppers. It matters your beard intake. But I mean, I get out of the shower, I kind of just towel dry a little bit, not rough it up or anything, and I put my oil in. Done. I could be done for the day. But I don't do anything else,
Right. Yeah, and Cowboy Up. I mean that's just like. I mean, things have really changed over the last 7, 8 years. First starting, you didn't wash your beard every day because there wasn't a product that was gentle enough to use on your beard every day. Now there is, and it's an ever changing platform right now. I mean, there's so many carrier oils that are so great for your skin, and then there's so many great products that are out there, and a lot of the times you just don't know, especially for some of us that are getting in our older years. We never really. It was just let it go, grow and go. And whatever happens with it happens with it.
Yeah. definitely. It's just more information, you're a lot better, a lot healthier, and like it says, if you do anything, people ask the question all the time, what would you take to a deserted island with you? Most of us would take oil, and that could be it
Right.
for the day, you know, and and you don't have to be doing everything. I think Amber posted that question on her Facebook. Some
Right.
people would take wash and stuff, but you know,
Right.
oil, it does a lot. I
Right.
see that now.
And right. And that's one of those things that I've mentioned several times on my videos is, if you only want to use one item and one item only, make it oil. Uh,
Yeah,
there's so much good that the oil does for your skin. I mean, everything's great from the oil to the butter to the balm to the face
yeah,
moisturizers and everything else. But if you absolutely had to go with something, take an oil.
yeah,
If that's the only
yeah.
you want to do a one step thing, just get some oil.
Yep,
So
I agree. And
all of the
it's
oil.
funny. It's funny because like with my routine, like I do the butter at night, the poured butter, and like I almost can't live without it now. Like doing that
Right,
routine that way. Because I wake up, my beard is 10 times better. It's got all that
right,
nutrients in it.
right.
But yeah, definitely start with the oil. But hey, we only can preach so much. You can, bring a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
That's true. Sometimes you just want to, just want to
Yeah.
kind of,
Just go
you,
go
you
by and
just,
splash the oil on him.
you just kind of want to run and go, run,
Yeah.
Yeah, just,
Get a
I mean, especially somebody that that would have an amazing beard
yeah,
um, and
definitely.
just
I
knowing that they're
agree.
running into they get to those awkward stages and they just give up because they don't know what to do to get through
Mm,
them. And
yeah. Yeah, we could get like a super soaker and just, go around with it filled with oil.
right,
But yeah, it's each their own. But I wish they would find a community like this.
right.
So we're at the minute 17, an hour 17.
Hour
So
17. It's good. It's good.
yeah, not bad at all. A lot of people still in here, but I know we all got stuff to do. Oh, you
Right,
use beef towel. Yeah, and look at
right,
we're doing that now, right?
right. And
Certain
that's just
companies.
started breaking the ice recently. So
Yeah, that's crazy. I think some guys use 10W30. Our
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 WD 40.
motorcade.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it is. But what I was saying, I want to keep this under. We all got things to do, and I appreciate you, Dave, for coming on with me and having
Not a
just a
problem.
little
Anytime,
chat.
Big
And
Bear. I really enjoyed it.
yeah, everybody that came in here today, uh, it's so great. I appreciate it. I'm going to keep this slot 8:30 Sundays, and hopefully find a place that I can kind of be in a better place and get a hardwire computer or something.
Right,
Dust off the old Dell someplace I have around here. Uh,
right.
but I appreciate it. Thank you guys. Thanks for everybody that came in here. If you, like I said, if you would like, subscribe, I appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. Thank
All
you.
right. Sounds good, guys. Take care.